It's your boy Crypto Millie back with another one. In today's video, we're going to be talking about two subnets that I personally hold, and we're going to compare them to centralized competitors so you can get an idea of some of the glorious things that's being built within the Bittensor ecosystem. One of the platforms we're going to be talking about is Bitcast, Subnet 93. They're built on Bittensor within the ecosystem, and they're building a decentralized creator economy, an economy where creators and brands can connect their content that converts skills, and it does it effortlessly. So a lot of people don't know what's going on within the Bittensor ecosystem. This is the right channel. You found the right channel, so make sure you like, subscribe, and if you do know about TAL subnets, let me know what your favorite subnet is inside the comments. I would love to know what you guys are looking at within the Bittensor ecosystem. Now let's get into it. The first subnet I want to talk about is Dippy. I've been playing around with the Dippy website here. What this subnet does is it allows you to interact with AI companions. If you paid attention or been living under the rock, AI companions is probably one of the hottest sectors in AI right now. Grok just dropped their AI companions, and it's just been flowing with opportunity. Dippy is like the direct competitor to stuff like Grok and also Character.AI, which I'm gonna show you guys. And you can see there that I was talking to the country girl Carrie here, asking her if she baked cookies, whatever. The cool thing I like about this is if I hit this photo generation button, it will generate a photo, but you can see that Dippy generates revenue. And when, not financial advice, but of course, when investing in some of these subnets, I love subnets that generate revenue, right? And they make it easy, right? You can, pay through subscriptions or monthly subscriptions. So we know that this is a project that is going to generate revenue, which could be used for alpha buyback tokens. So anybody that actually holds alpha, this price appreciation could continue to appreciate as people get more interested in the Dippy platform. Just to compare it in market valuation to some of the competitors, you can see Dippy is worth about $10 million. Character AI is worth, I believe, like $1 billion. And then you got Replika, which is worth 500 million. So, Dippy itself is like miniature, right? When you compare it to some of the other centralized competitors, only sitting here at a $10 million market cap. And you're probably wondering why I'm saying only sitting here at a $10 million market cap. Well, you can see that Dippy has had multiple OTC purchases. This is a DSV fund, right? And so far they've allocated $200,000. Yes, $200,000 to Dippy. And this is why it says since launching just 15 months ago, Dippy has crossed 1 billion messages sent. So people are actually using it. Grown to 8 million users with a 90 minutes a day average engagement. So people are coming back, right? Return customers. Hit 60K plus revenue, growing 20% month over month returns. Used 100% of the app revenue for alpha buybacks, and this is the reason why I'm so bullish on Dippy and why it's one of my top 3 holdings in my subnets. Began testing in-chat advertising and media native inference. Confirmed real-time video avatars are months away. So they're already doing automatic image generation when you hit the image generator, but soon they'll have like real videos, right? These AI companions will actually be backed by real videos, and in the future I can see AI companions be backed by physical robotics. So in my opinion, you're early, right? It says, and then Elon entered the chat and validated everything Dippy's been building with Grok's AI companion feature. So you already see the decentralized competitors are trying to compete with Dippy. Dippy also had another OTC investment of $20,000 here by Manifold Labs. So institutional interest. I love projects that have institutional interest. Taking a look at our slideshow here, Dippy is targeting a 100 billion AI companion market dominated by Character AI and Replika through decentralized and specialized role play models. And come on, man, people get lonely. People want people get a little kinky. It is what it is, right? Dippy addresses the global loneliness epidemic by challenging centralized AI companion platforms through Bittensor's centralized network. Creates the real-world open-source roleplay LLM by incentivizing community-driven model development with a focus on empathetic companionship. Miners submit fine-tuned models while validators evaluate coherence, creativity, and role-play quality, rewarding continuous innovation through competitive marketplace, which is huge, right? So miners, if you're into mining, you can actually mine subnet and then contribute to the ecosystem by submitting fine-tuned models, right? So determining how good your model is, the validator will determine that, and you can earn alpha and tau through this platform. Dippy versus Character AI. You can see some of the differences right here. Dippy is, decentralized and community driven, opposed to centralized proprietary models, right? Monetization, token rewards for model creators, subscription based revenue model. So there you get your pay instantly, right? A lot of people like that. And if you want to pause the video and kind of like check out some of the differences between Dippy, Subnet 11, and Character AI, feel free, right? So before we get into Bitcast, I actually want to, again, compare some of the things that I am seeing with Subnet 11. And like I said, I think that this is a huge opportunity with it sitting at a $10 million market cap, seeing all of the institutional interest that this project has. If we go to user base, you can see that Dippy, the Dippy app, it's only at 1 million users, and it can only grow from here once people try to, catch on to the decentralized aspect of it, right? I would also, assume that they have, the edge in privacy because it's decentralized, right? Of course, Character AI, 20 million users, and Replika 10 million users. So, if the user X 20X is from here, you got to assume that the price appreciation will also do well. It's not, maybe not 20X, who knows, but the more people that use it, the more revenue they generate, the more goes back into the alpha buybacks, right? Subnet 11 key advantages: decentralized model versus proprietary closed systems, specialized companion focus versus general purpose chatbots, crypto rewards incentivizes continuous model improvement. So this is huge because this is it's kind of like a group. You got everybody contributing to making the best models and really competing, and the person that delivers or executes the best models gets incentivized the best. So this is huge. Open source, right? So again, versus black block algorithm. So if you want to be able to integrate this right through API, I would think in the future there'll probably be API opportunities, which again will generate even more revenue for Subnet 11. And then community driven quality and evaluations. And not to add, the AI companionship market is only growing and is valued currently at 100 billion. So once we get into the world of physical robots, AGI, this is only going to increase here. So big fan of Dippy. I hold Dippy, like I said, is one of my top 3 holdings. Guys, let me know what you think about Dippy. The next subnet I want to talk about is Bitcast, right? So Bitcast is unleashing the power of decentralized creative marketing. This is huge because a lot of people don't know that Bitcast, in my opinion, can already compete with something like YouTube, right? When you compare Bitcast and YouTube, is less competition. You get paid instantly if you have a miner set up, right? And as a brand, right, you're paying to get your brief put out in front of a plethora of different content creators, opposed to this just closed market of content creators. So anybody can research your project, go over the brief and say, hey, this is something I want to talk about. This is something that I can earn from. And they make content based on your brief, right? If we look at the market opportunity, the market size right now of the creator economy is 250. It's projected to be almost 500 million by 2027. And, right now, it's just massive opportunity. If we go to cost comparison, right, you can see these are some of the other platforms. Bitcast, the platform fee is only 5% compared to 25% Upfluence, 30% with the Creator IQ, and 20% with Collabs TR. So Bitcast is already competitive, and in my opinion, the best because it's decentralized, right? If you have a miner set up as a creator, your miner you get your earnings instantly, right? You don't got to wait 30 to 60 days like YouTube, right? YouTube pays you every month. Subnet 93 pays you every day. So you know what I mean? It's just like no comparison, right? As far as if you're a brand and you're looking to get your brief out there, 85% cost savings versus traditional influencer platforms. I just talked about this. Daily crypto payments versus 30 to 60-day payment terms. Transparent blockchain verified engagement metrics. Now, this is huge because you can't cheat the system because it's based on artificial intelligence. So it's AI analytics going over your engagement, your likes, your comments. It knows when you're doing some fandangling, right? You can't cheat the system. So this is huge for any marketing brands that pay influencer and then they pay influencer based on fake engagement. So now you're not really getting your brand out there and you just got scammed, right? Because influencer use fake engagement. Well, Bitcast uses AI to go over those analytics, and I mean, you got to put your content through a content passer where it gives you a pass or fail. It's like so many things that prevent the brands from getting scammed. So a lot of brands, I would recommend you to reach out to Bitcast because you got to think about it. Once Bitcast outgrows the subnets, right now it's just like a whole bunch of subnets, paying Bitcast, and to be fair, a percentage of that revenue that's being generated goes to alpha token buyback. So there you go, right? Bitcast generates revenue, right? But right now it's just subnets paying. What do you think is going to happen when other projects outside of Tau? What do you think is going to happen when other brands outside of crypto start, using this marketing and creator agency? It's only going to go higher as far as price appreciation, and the more revenue they generate goes to the buyback mechanism. So they already have an automated revenue to token buyback mechanism. And the team is docs. I've talked to the team. Wonderful, right? Wonderful, transparent, communicate. So whatever side of that you're on, if you're the creator or you're the brand, study Bitcast, man. Study 93. It is my biggest holding because I do mine this, and I think that this project has massive potential, right? It's attacking a 250 billion creator economy. Bitcast disrupts affluence and creator IQ platforms, right? And we're talking about in 2027 this being a 500 billion. We're in the attention economy, guys. Look at everything being tokenized. Look what's happening on crypto Twitter and YouTube. Look at all the streamers that's doing IRL streams. Everything is about grasping attention and putting your brand out there and marketing. And this is the type of niche that Bitcast is disrupting, right? So big fan of what Bitcast is doing. Just to get in a little bit further, right? Bitcast is sitting here at a $2 million market cap. So as the detail starts to heat up, I believe that once all of these subnets streamline their marketing through Bitcast, the price appreciation will catch up to the actual utility and use case. So, of course, big fan of Bitcast, right? Bitcast is disrupting a 250 billion creator economy controlled by platforms like YouTube, Upfluence, and the Creator IQ. Both achieve 85 to 200x cost savings versus centralized alternatives. So way more efficient, way more decentralized and easy on the pockets, right? That's what you want. Taking a look at Bitcast, Bitcast tackles inefficiencies in the 250 billion creator economy by eliminating traditional middlemen and opaque algorithms through a transparent, programmable system. Brands connect directly with creators through Bittensor's incentive mechanisms, where creators produce brand-related content and earn crypto rewards based on verifiable engagement metrics like watch time. These are some of the Bitcast advantages versus centralized platform limitations. The same like we showed with Dippy, blockchain verified engagement metrics with transparent performance tracking. You can't cheat the system because AI is going over the analytics. Programmatic daily crypto payouts, eliminating payment delays. So if you're a YouTuber and you're like, damn, I hate waiting 30 days to get paid, you need to mine with Bitcash. You get paid daily. Minimal platform fees with crypto rewards, right? Of course, there is a miner fee, which is cool because they generate income from the miner fee, and they also generate income from the briefs from some of these brands. permissionless global creator participation, direct brand creator relationships with no middleman. This is the most important part, because if you ever dealt with a marketing agency, it's kind of like a construction worker, right? The person that's actually controlling the construction site, they're the one that gets the check first, right? And then they divvy everything out to the construction workers, similar to like these marketing agents on YouTube. They get this huge check and they pay you crumbs, right? And you think like you getting a lot, but it's nothing from the grand scheme of things of what they actually got as far as the marketing agency. Well, you don't have to worry about that with Bitcast, right? Because everything is verified, right? Based on the brief. So it's not like they're getting the cash first and they're divvying out. No, they get paid, and based on the content that you deliver and the engagement that the engagement that you can garner will determine how much tau or alpha you mine. Very, very simple. It's not like you're a third party and you're getting robbed here, right? The work you put in is the incentives you will get out, and easy, right? No centralized platform limitations, right? And then we just talked about that. And market performance, right? Early stage subnet, 250 billion creator economy. Goldman Sachs projects that the creator economy is 500 billion by 2027. 85% cost savings versus traditional platforms. The network reach. So this is huge. 250,000 potential creators through decentralized distribution. We only are at the we're at the infant stage for something like Bitcast, right? Because what, they only got like 10 creators. Just imagine when they get 1,000 creators, 5,000 creators, 200,000 creators. So you gotta understand, like, this is the infant stage for some of these subnets, but these subnets could be game changers in the future, right? So guys, let me know what you think about, these subnets. If I didn't talk about your subnet in the latest two videos, let me know and drop in the comments what your favorite subnet is. Bitcast has a huge podcast coming up with Siam Kids, some of the Giga Chads that's part of the Bittensor ecosystem. So if you want to know more about Bitcast, make sure you tune in into this this podcast here, and you can learn more from some of the experts, right? And they just continue to get more creators. They continue to pump out content, and I think that this is the start of something great. So if you are interested, please go do your research. But I think Subnet 93 is one of the most undervalued subnets in the Bittensor ecosystem, because no one pays attention to marketing in Bittensor. It's like a hidden, I don't know. It's like they try to hide the market in this stuff. But Bitcast is about to disrupt that and get a lot more eyes within the Bittensor ecosystem. Anyway, let me know what you think about, these two subnets, guys. Dippy, Bitcast. Would love to know what you guys think. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one.